another one. Hope people will join. And yes, so today we are on time and hope network will not be a problem. But thank you so much for tuning in. For those who are here, for those joining, continue joining. We are live. So first of all, I just come with thanksgiving, by the way, for the growing team, like the ones who join us every single day when we post videos, those who interact with us, those who share our videos with others, the external people, the internal people, shorts feed, yani everyone who is like flying this FOMAG production right here. I just want to thank you so much for the support, for all you have been doing, for the sharing, for the likes, for the comments. It's so much love in it. I don't even know how to express it. We are really grateful as FOMAG production, and we continue the spirit of learning and bringing you what you want to see on the table. We are really appreciating you guys. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for telling each other about format production. Thank you for the support you've been showing us all along. And I am really grateful for you guys. So on today, I want to emphasize on December hiccups. Still on, we are on our vlogmas, I think has reached, today is on 9th. Yes, we have 9 episodes for you guys from the first one. If you've not watched, please please please, from the first one to the second one to the third one to the fourth up to the 9th, and the 10th one for tomorrow is coming up, and we usually premiere at 10 in the morning. So unless otherwise, that is our usual time we usually post. So premieres are coming in. Amos Danson, welcome. Keep the fire burning. Like, you tune in every, please 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 watch every episode of this, and you'll just be like, you will, your heart will be warmed kabisa on what we are doing from the first episode to the 9th one. Tomorrow is the 10th one, and please be tuning in. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments, thank you for the sharing, the subscriptions. We are just, Jeremiah, hi, we are just grateful. So, what has really inspired this live? This is our third live, I think. Yes, this is our third live. What has really inspired our third project, like our third live, is the comments that you guys put in when we wanted to shoot our third project. Now, that is fake promises from relatives. By the way, we had people who commented because of our second project. We had comments coming in. What if we do something? What if we do how relatives usually treat people? The fake promises that relatives give, and they do not fulfill. The empty promises that are always there. So, you guys inspired our third project, by the way, and I want to talk about it today. So it came with comments. What if you guys just strategize and project these fake promises that our relatives, we've had these scenarios, most of us, we've had these scenarios. Oh, after finishing maybe high school, after finishing primary school, like our system, because we are Kenyans, and most probably we are in Nairobi. So most of us maybe do our primary schooling up country, and then we just wait maybe after class 8 or after finishing our primary education. We wait for our results, then we go for the secondary part. So we get, like, maybe you are from a humble background, and maybe your uncle, your auntie, your cousins who are older than you, they promise to further your education maybe from your secondary schooling, and you get these promises. Yes, you have these hopes. You can be maybe you finished primary or secondary, or even you're going to college. So now these relatives keep on promising you, after this and this, after now to just finishing your papers, I will be there, I will support you, I will use my connections for you to get a good school, or maybe further your studies by giving you financial help. We get those promises. So most of us have have gone through these fake promises from relatives. Now the second scenario, maybe um you are supposed to, like, go back to school, and you don't have any means, and maybe your mother, maybe your father calls one of the relatives so that they can chip in, they can help at some point. But what happens, they keep on giving fake promises, they don't fulfill what they are saying. When it comes to financial help, they are not helping. They're just keeping, they're just giving you empty promises now and then. So that was a scenario as well. And it came, like, the projection that we gave on fake promises from relatives, we emphasized on this poor family that was, their mother was widowed. She became a widow, she lost her husband, and now it was her to take care of the kids. So she had, um like, she had a daughter who was, I think, I can't say a teenager, but she had an elder daughter who was in campus. And hi, Frank Cambodia. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So she had a daughter. This family had an elder daughter, and she was in campus. Now her dad had passed on, and she needed financial help. So the mom was working, yes, but it came a time her job was a bit shaky. So she was wondering, how will she take care of this family of hers without any support? Her husband is not there, he's late, and he has to feed the family. Yani she didn't have anyone to run to. So she has this elder daughter who is in campus, and she was supposed to go to campus after now the funeral, the burial, and she needed financial support, but she didn't get. She kept on having promises from these relatives. One of her cousins promised to chip in financially, but she didn't. Well, he didn't, sorry. He, the uncle from now the husband side, now it came a time he wanted to dupe the widow, of which he did, because he knew the widow won't, like, take her anywhere, because she's vulnerable. She doesn't have anyone to, like, advise her, anyone to lean to, anyone to support her. She was alone. So they kept on giving her promises with the family. They don't have anything to eat. But we see these relatives, like the cousin to the widow, he had money. To an extent, he calls one of her girlfriends to confirm if they have she has received 40k, And down here, his cousin wants support, and he didn't give her the support that she wanted. So there are those scenarios. And then it came this uncle, now the brother to the husband. He convinces her to give the documents to him, and then goes and takes away the money that the husband had left for them. But in the long run, this projection was to encourage someone, who didn't have, he or she or anyone, maybe a wife, a husband, a widow, a widower, a student, anyone who has gone through this and they have not gotten that support. Because in the long run, we project that this woman doesn't give up, because when she was about to like commit suicide, because she had some drugs that she wanted to overdose herself, one of her children came, and after hearing his voice, her child's voice, he deviates from what she was trying to do, that is commit suicide, and says she will not commit suicide because these kids need them. And she knows that God will just come through in any way possible, because she has survived ever since her husband passed on. She has survived even without the relatives supporting her. Maybe they have gone hungry at some point, but she has never lacked at some point, maybe providing for her kids no matter little. So we project how the voice from her child that she listens to, she says, no, I'm not going to commit suicide because these children need me. I have lived my life. Yes, I have lived my life, and they have not lived theirs, and there's no point leaving my children alone, suffering without anyone to provide for them. It's rather I just suffer with them, and I know God will come through for us. So that was the projection that I think most of the people knew us from, the fake promises from relatives, because we projected all the promises that our relatives usually give us when we finish school, when we don't have anyone to turn to. They use our situation in such a way that we are vulnerable. They know we are vulnerable. We can accept to do anything to their like what do we call it? Like to their success or to their positive aims, and which are not good aims. So if there comes a point where it seems like life is not fair to you, it seems like life is not positive on your side, you're giving up because you don't have anyone to lean on, or you don't have anyone to support you at some point. But we, in this projection, we encouraged and we showed you guys that anything can happen, but it doesn't mean if something negative has happened in your life, you have to take everything negative or even commit suicide because people have disappointed you in life, people don't help you. There is so much to live for, there is so much that God has stored for us. So even if those people who you think they're supposed to help you and they don't help you, God will always come through for you. And you should be positive in life, and those people are there. There are some people who will always support you no matter what, but there's some people who will just talk on behalf of talking, and there are some people who will always disappoint you. So it's you to choose which path you want to follow, you know. So that was our second projection, and it was the most successful video that we ever did. ever since we started now shooting those scenes, because people knew us by projecting what the society does, what the society brings to us. Because some people take it to their core that a widower should not have anything, a widow should not have anything, and it's not supposed to be that way, because you cannot take them anywhere. You're using the situation to bring them down, but in the long run you just rise up, because everyone is meant for success. That's what I can say. So this projection was because of the comments that you guys commented and wanted us to reflect on what we go through as we wait for relatives to help us. Most of our relatives don't help us. There's a saying that goes, those relatives from your father's side usually don't help us. Maybe at least those from your mother's side, they can help us. But it depends with people, their exposure, what they have gone through, what they seem to be, their personality. So it doesn't mean that even the mother's side can help you more than the father's side. It depends. All are relatives. We call them aunties, we call them uncles, we call them cousins. No matter where, which side they come from, they are all our relatives. So this project, we had two cameras, by the way. Now, let me tell the story about the camera. So the first project, yes, because of the quality, video quality, we didn't like the video quality, but we just shot. We didn't want something to bring us down. We wanted to shoot, and we shot, and we projected our second project. Now the third project, we just had our Sony camera, and now we gathered. By the way, now the third project, we just prepared ourselves nicely. Everything was intact. The we usually shoot with a ring light, by the way, and it usually helps us, no matter how small it is or no matter how medium wise it is. It usually helps us at some point. So we carried our ring light, we carried our like now the third project, we had prepared ourselves. We carried our ring light, we carried our laptop, and by that time we didn't have a microphone. So we were just working with what we had. Now we are waiting for one of us to come with the camera. So yeah, we arrived at the shooting site on time, but it wasn't at time per se, because our director complained a bit because we had squeezed some time, so we were late with maybe 30 minutes or something, and we were supposed to take breakfast first so as we start shooting. So the shooting script was ready, the script was ready, our director was ready, our ring light was ready, our what do you call it? Our laptop was ready. So we waited for the camera, because one of us usually carries the camera. So we arrived, took breakfast as intended, and we wanted to start shooting. So to our surprise, when one of us came, we were set to go because we had a camera. So as usual, we start shooting. So on on that day, it came as a surprise. We had two cameras. Ta-da! We're like, whoa, we have two cameras. Eh, God, isn't that good? So we had two cameras at that time. So we had the Sony one and we had the Nikon one. To our surprise, this is the camera that we had prayed for, because he, the quality in it was just the best of them all. So now it was just us. Now the third thing was this: the camera is here, yes, but do we know how to operate? My God, we don't, because I usually operating on a Sony camera, and now this is a Nikon camera D7000. So one of our friend, by the way, came through and gave us his camera, and we are really grateful for that person. I don't want to name names, but we are really grateful for him, for what he did to us, what he did for us as FOMAG production, because it doesn't come easy. Because most of the people don't like give out their stuffs just like that, and you've not known even these people for long to trust them with your accessories. So I'm really grateful to him for what he did for us. He doesn't know the amount and the level that he really helped us, but I'm sure he was sent by God to just help us. So this camera is here, and we don't know how to use it. But with the small knowledge that we have on with formal production, by the way, we are all rounded. You can get an editor, you can get an actress, an actor, there's a director, there's someone who makes our posts, there's someone who deals with posting on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, on TikTok. So we are all rounded. We have the script supervisor, we have the director, we have the editor, we have our cameraman, but we are all rounded. I don't want to name names like who does this and this and this and this, but just to know we are all rounded and we do support each other. So as even if when something like goes wrong at some point when one of us is not around, at least we can be able to chip in together and do something. So as we don't like don't have content, and it has really helped us. So we are, as format production, just know we are all rounded. But there's some people who do a lot, and there's some people who just do what they're supposed to do. But just know we are all rounded. So now this camera is here, and we don't know how to operate it, but we just use our knowledge that we usually, whether YouTube is very, very important when it comes to learning some things, the DIY, do it yourself videos. You keep on watching those videos, they are really, really important. And I can even recommend Google, search some ideas, search some things. If there's a software you're using, you're not supposed, like if it's a software that you're using that you want to know more, you can just search on YouTube channel, maybe something or term, any skill that you want to learn. YouTube is the best of them all, because people showcase their skill, people have educative videos, people have the do it yourself videos, and you can learn a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Now that camera is here with us, and we do not know how to operate it, but mind you, we have YouTube, yeah. And like FOMAG production, we really, really, really learn. We really learn a lot and watch other people's video. The DIYs, we usually have them. So now the common knowledge that we have on cameras is what we use to operate that Nikon D7000. And it was not something that it came just wow, because you have to know about the shutter speed, the shutter sound, the frames, the what, the lenses. You have to know at least like common knowledge about lenses, about shooting, about taking a photo. Those are common. Those are common, like common things that people do every day. Because there are some people who just like watch or maybe read the guidelines, and boom, they are good to go. They can use the accessory or anything that is brought on the table. So that's what we did. We just tried to figure out how to use it, and boom, it was done. So now we have two cameras, but there was a problem with the second camera. The battery was, I think, worn out at some point. So we didn't shoot for long, so we just jumped to our normal Sony camera. But now, the third project, we had a setback. The battery wasn't staying for that long, so it was faulty, and we had to have another battery. So we shot, and it was a success, by the way. But now it came a time we have to like squeeze this project into two parts. So that was how we managed to have fake promises from relatives part 1 and part 2, because we had a lot of content and we didn't want to shoot for a long time, because we shot up to like I think 6 in the evening, and we hadn't edited. We were supposed to do the behind the scenes. We were supposed to edit the behind the scenes. People were supposed to go home. People were supposed to go home and prepare for the next day, because most of us usually work on Mondays up to Saturday. And now Sunday is the only time that we are, all of us, we are there and we have to shoot. So we finished shooting at I think it was 6, and we hadn't edited the video. We were supposed to edit the behind the scenes so as it goes up on our YouTube channel, but time was not on our side, so we had to have two parts, that is fake promises from relatives part 1 and part 2. And so far so good. That video did really well. We had 600, as at now we are at 620, I think 630 views, of which to me it was a blow, because it was something that just came on our projection, and from you, the comments that you guys gave, that made us do this shoot. And it had a lot of response, and most of our subscribers came from that video, and we were really grateful. At least we had shown growth that we didn't expect. So the fake promises just came in like that, and it was one of the best. I can tell it was one of the best, and it was one of the most smooth shoots that we have ever had, ever since from our first and second project, now the third one. It was one of the best. It was shot nicely, even though there are some parts which like didn't go the way they were supposed to, but to me, to us, was the best shoot that we ever had from now the previous first and second projections. So the fake promises, we have two parts, the first part and the second part. The first part is at 600, and it's, I think it will grow and grow and grow, because we showed the society what kind of people we deal with, what kind of people coming into our lives that we think can help us and cannot. Part 2, the same thing. We bring in now the struggles, we bring in how people deviate from the promises that they give us, how relatives usually brag about our downfalls instead of helping us. So the second part is at 400, almost 500, and it's really doing well. Even the behind the scenes, the two behind the scenes are just on point. So that was our third project, and we keep on growing. We keep on doing what we love. We keep on projecting what we see people go through and people cannot talk about. That was our most engaging video to our fans, to those people who engage with us, and it was the bomb. I can tell it was the best of them all. We had not learned so much about cinematography. Some of us didn't know how to like operate the camera as pros, but we managed to shoot and it was a success, and we uploaded the video with the clarity on point, the canvas was on point, the sound was on point. It was just the best of them all. And I thank my team, I thank FOMAG Production for coming through on that project. I thank you guys for bringing that support, because I wouldn't make it alone. I wouldn't make it without you guys as FOMAG Production. And we really value what we do as a team with the skills that we bring on board as a director, as an editor, as an actress, as a producer. We don't have a producer right now, but yes, as a marketer, as someone who comes in when it comes to posting, when it comes into marketing, on sharing the links, on looking for subscribers, those people who we interact with. It is not easy, by the way, because where we are, it has been a struggle that we see is bearing fruits because of the support that we give each other. Whether we know you, whether we don't know you, whether you interact with us, whether you watch our videos or not, whether you've been redirected with someone else to watch our videos, it has been a journey. And for the support that you are bringing to the table, it is countable. It is counted as something that we love and something that you feel is supposed to be supported. So I am really grateful for those who are with us. And our third project came to a success because of you guys. And I am really appreciative. Even though we cannot be all of us here, but the support that we get external wise, internal wise, is really important. And I'm still emphasizing on our December hiccups, by the way. The love that you guys have showed, it's beyond words, and I'm sure the love is still continuing and we will continue being with you. Don't forget to watch this. December comes in with so much challenges, even though it is a season where people are supposed to be happy, are supposed to be merrymaking. Not everyone merrymakes because there's so much enclosed in what we do. There's so much enclosed in terms of work, in terms of relation. There's some relationship which just go off on December. There's some people who don't have money and they cannot talk. There's some people who want to maybe visit their people or relatives in any part of the country, but you cannot go because of work, because of money. You don't have money, you don't have like the support that you want. There's some people who they want to celebrate, but they can't celebrate. There's some people who celebrate because they have what it takes. They have the money, they have the support, and they can celebrate with their families. There's some people who have downcomings that they cannot showcase to people, and they just lie alone. Maybe the December should just go and never come back. There's some people who mourn during the December because maybe they've lost their loved ones. Maybe at once they lost their loved ones, and they mourn, they feel it is a time that they want to mourn. So there's so much happening, and we are showcasing all that from first and up to 31st. Don't you think you will learn so much on this? Don't you think you'll help someone somewhere? Don't you think you'll support someone and tell them that December is not, it's just a month, it's a season where everything should be okay, because it is a norm that December should be a merry-making season. Why can't we, all of us, merry-make? Why can't we support each other? Why can't we be there for each other during that festive season? Because we are going through a lot. whether good, whether bad, we are still going through a lot and we are living life. So I will continue, continue. I will continue um advising. I will continue telling people about our December hiccups and January hiccups. Pia iko, it is here and it will be there, and we'll continue showcasing good projects for you guys out of your comments, out of your likes, out of your support. We will still have more projections on anything that you want. You can comment what you want us to do on TikTok, on YouTube channel, on Facebook. We are with you. We are working towards the success of now showcasing what you guys want. And we will continue with that spirit. To you who is watching, to you who will watch at a later hour or a later day, continue with the support. And thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much for supporting us. Keep on supporting us on TikTok. We you guys usually show us love and we are really grateful. Here you show us love and we are really grateful. Imagine posting a video and we just get like 3,000 views just like that, getting 300 likes just like that, getting 1,000 views. That is something. Getting those subscribers, your shots just, they just like, it just short, like shoo, like that. It is because of you guys, and I'm really thanking you for everything that you have done unto us, the support and everything that you will continue to support us with. Thank you so much for joining this live. Thank you so much for being here with us, and thank you so much for showcasing and for telling other people about what we are doing. It's because of you that we are here, and it's because of you that we will reach where we want to be. Thank you so much, and may God bless all of you. Till the another live on Saturdays, we will be making this a norm. Every Saturday, we are here, and we'll continue sharing ideas. We'll continue supporting each other and encouraging each other. So for those who do, like, you can learn a lot from YouTube channel. Anything that you think, like from editing, me, I'm talking about cinematography. I don't know much, but we are open to learn. You can comment on our videos whether the sound is okay, whether the camera is okay, whether the photos are okay, whether what we are showcasing is okay. You're free to, but always keep it respectful. But we are open to learning and we are open to know more ideas. So please check out our channel, and the December hiccups is still running. And keep on subscribing, keep on touching that button, keep on commenting, keep on showcasing our channel to other people, and we'll be good to go. So thank you guys for joining, and till next Saturday, bye bye.